Hey guys, Lululima here, and welcome back to my Skies of Arcadia Legends Let's Play. Last time we found all the discoveries and left off making our way to the Maw of Tardis, which is this dungeon right here. It is our second and last ship dungeon, but I feel like it's not really as cool as the Rift, unfortunately. Alright, so we have two new enemies here. We have the Stockfiend and the Nairad, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but they're both honestly very weak enemies. There's nothing too exciting to say about them. The Stockfiends can be a little bit irritating though, just because they do have quite a common chance of causing fatigue on you, so you will be fighting for your life if they do manage to do that to you. Oh, and they heal. Okay, so they do heal as well, making them double annoying. Fortunately, that one was silenced. I didn't know that Cupel and Claymore form cause silence, which is pretty cool to know. It's obviously not a very likely chance because I get in a ton of random encounters and I've never seen that, so like cool, but also womp womp. Yeah, but this dungeon is really different from the Dark Rift. I feel like the Dark Rift was visually a very interesting dungeon, and this is about it for the Maw of Tardis, which is a little bit of a shame. I really feel like there just wasn't as much love put into this. Maybe there was just limitations, you know, we're nearing the end of the game. I'm sure, like, towards the end, they were like, oh, we overshot here, and now we're gonna have to, like, undersell here. And I feel like that's quite a common thing to happen, so I wonder if that's what actually happened. Alrighty, we actually have two new enemies here. We have the Nadnarb, which is a lot like the Nairad. It's a less evolved form of it, which is interesting that they're both in the same area when there's like a predecessor and the next evolution of it. Like, that's a little interesting. We also have the Karnalek here. We actually saw something similar to this in Ixataka, and it's actually quite similar. You know, it has the Slumber Dust as well as the Death Blossom. It's quite tanky. Really a difficult thing to go ahead and fight, but we're doing pretty good here. Fina's always clearing things out really well with her magic. Enrique is actually really catching up when it comes to damage. Both of the girls are behind him now, which is quite nice. But we should be able to just go ahead and finish this thing off with a Cutlass Fury here. They're not really anything too much to worry about, but they can be quite annoying when you get them mixed with the other tanky monsters in this dungeon. We actually got an Isol Seed from that fight, which is pretty awesome. That comes from the Nadnarb, so that's a pretty cool drop. Very rare. 1% chance, so I always like when I get those, even if I don't necessarily need them. I'm just like, oh, I'm so lucky. Won the odds there. We actually have around this corner, though, our first treasure chest. A lot like the Dark Rift, there's not actual treasure chests here, so in the Maw of Tardis, it's actually this crystal here. Anyways, I now have to make my way back down the hallways, so I will probably go ahead and edit that out. Since we have every crew member, I realized that I could be showing you guys all of their little animations during the Blue Rogue's attack.
I never miss. The Rejuvenator's ready to go. See my true power.
Bless us all.
Now, obviously that only shows you your active crew members, but I think it's honestly pretty cool, and it gives me an opportunity to show you the other half of the crew here pretty soon. Alrighty, we have gone ahead and made our way to the second long corridor. There's eventually going to be a fork in the road at this one, and you're going to want to go ahead and make your way to the right. It is a little bit easy to miss, though, just because, I mean, look at what we're looking at. There's, like, nothing to tell apart. It's really difficult to see in here sometimes, like, which hole you're supposed to go down, and there's, like, no visual markers. Like, if I turn around right now, you'd have no idea. Alright, I think we've made our way up to where the fork in the road is. It honestly looks very similar to the other cavern that we were in. Like I said, it is so easy to get turned around in here. But we're going to go ahead and make our way to the right here, and at the very end, there will be another chest here. Ooh, I am mistaken. Don't go to the right. If you see that crystal, that's like before the yellow gigas. So we're actually going to make our way to the cavern on the left here. We'll just say I got dyslexic and didn't know my left from my right. I finally made my way here, which is very exciting. Fortunately, there's only 2 of these in here, and the second one gives you a moonberry. I will go ahead and make my way back and show you the other half of the crew members in the Blue Prophecy, or Blue Rogues, or whatever it's called, I forgot already. Alright, so we actually do have a new enemy here. I am going to have to protect myself from it because it does cast Drill Nose, but we have the Shrill here. Honestly, one of my favorite random enemies in here. It looks so odd and out of place in this dungeon. I don't know what it is about it, but I'm just like, this probably belongs in Horteca with all the pretty colors, and here it is under Valua. Like, Valua is so dull and colorless, and I just feel like this belongs in Horteca so bad. So it's really interesting. Unfortunately, its attack also gives the same effect as Drill Nose, which is a bit unfortunate. So I will have to go ahead and heal myself. Fortunately, nothing in here can cause fatigue, so I don't have to worry about that, which is always nice.
Attack! This is what I'm paid for. Get a load of these!
A fine blade.
Found some treasure. Yes.
You guys looked hungry.
Yeah, but that was absolutely insane to watch. I absolutely adore seeing all of our crew members come together and like their personalities shining. That's actually my crew that I am using as like the active members. Before in the other one, that was like my standby members. But I really love them all. I think they're all super cool. I love like how quirky and weird they all are. Vice has really collected quite the odd bunch of people to go ahead and save the world. Alrighty, so we have made our way into Yellowgar's, I guess this would be a tomb, no? I think it would be, honestly, but he is actually above our heads, which is quite spooky, and we can go ahead and make our way up. Honestly, a super cool, elaborate thing to build. I wonder how they had the time to go ahead and do that while they were, like, trying not to get wrecked by him, honestly. Is that... That is Yellowgar, the Yellow Gigas. Sylvite mages managed to put him to sleep, and then they sealed him here. Yellowgar is extremely powerful, so it's best that we don't wake him. The crystal is in Yellowgar's possession. We have to find a way to remove it without waking him. Oh, that looks super sick. Unfortunately, he is awaking. Great, he's awake. If we stay here, we won't be able to dodge the lightning. We have to get away from him. Engines full reverse. Oh my goodness. Yellowgar, you cannot look this cool. Oh, and he's breaking his seal. We couldn't even get through that thing. That's scary. Oh my lord. Yellowgar did not come to play. Wow. I think this is, like, honestly the coolest animation we've gotten for a Giga so far. This is bad. He made breaking the seal look easy. This isn't a good sign. It looks like we're going to have to fight him to get the crystal. Battle stations. Let's take that thing down. Yellowgar. Ancient records say its thunder tore open the skies themselves, and its roar shook the ground. Whoa, it doesn't sound like a very friendly Gigas. Vice, we should be extra careful. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and go with Yorala again as our form of making up spirit points, just because it's so much easier than focusing. I really quite like it for the ship battles, and I'm a little afraid of Yelagar, I'm not going to lie, but look how cool his design is. He looks like a sick scorpion spider thing. Honestly, though, if I saw this in real life, I'd probably just cry. Like the thought of actually taking him on, no thank you. Not for me. Not at all. Don't want that in my life. I'm curious if he'll attack this round. It did say he was waking up, so I would imagine he's weakened a little bit. I really don't remember his fight, honestly. I totally forgot about like that super sick animation that we watched just of like him waking up. Like that was really the coolest introduction to a Giga we've had this far. Oh, here he comes. He's charging up. Alright, so he doesn't attack in the first round. Oh, that is an attack. No, wait, what does charge mean then? Do I not know words? Do they not know words? I think they don't know words. But it wasn't that bad of an attack. I'm going to imagine then that he's just going to get stronger each round. That tends to be what they do in these, which isn't that bad, honestly. Alright, there is a yellow turn. I'm going to hope that if we just wail on this dude, that he will get knocked off balance and not be able to hit us. Usually that's safe for like their big super move, but I'm not getting any like social cues from the group or anything like that. So hopefully that'll protect us, because I'm not sure what his yellow move is going to be. And he's already doing his photon charge, so it's not that, which has me a little bit worried. I think we're going to see something new this round here. I did have everybody attack on him. We are losing 5-inch cannons like crazy. Fina, if you could get yourself together, that would be fantastic, babe. Oh my goodness, we're losing all of our things. Only our torpedo hit. Are you kidding me? I have like lined up so many attacks for him this turn and only one is connected. Oh, here comes Voltigar. Okay. Oh, that looked sick. That was a hot mess. Well, I definitely didn't avoid that. Oh, and we hit him with our ancient cannon. Go us. Yes, I'm so proud of us. It looks kind of flat. Maybe we should try attacking from above or below. It might be easier to hit that way. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go for below. Let's try attacking it from underneath. Maybe its underside is softer than the rest of it. That was kind of my thought, and I have no idea if I picked the right option, but we're going to go ahead and roll with it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and let everybody but Fina attack. I do want to make sure that we are getting our spirit points back up a little bit, just so that we can make sure we can use our moonstone cannon in the next turn if we pick the right option. I'm sure for the next turn you'll have to go above its head to use it. We'll see though, but I am quite excited about that. He's gonna Voltigar me again? That is so disrespectful. My goodness gracious, why would you do this to me? Oh my lord. It's always funny how the animation looks like my ship's like about to explode and then like I only take 3,000 damage. The Delphinus is way too strong. We talked about this last time while we were facing rock, but man, I really wish if they make a remake of this, and I wish for a remake desperately, just because I would love to have this on more systems and like with modern graphics and stuff like that, and also maybe some portability because I just love this game so much. But it would be really cool if like the Delphinus was nerfed and everything else was buffed, because man, the strategy in this game falls off so hard after the Delphinus gets introduced. Alright, let's see. I think we'll be okay to just heal in the next round. I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to take him out with the Moonstone Cannon if we get that option in the next round. Just because we really are doing quite a bit of damage to him, but we're not taking out like any of his health. So I feel like this is going to be like quite a drawn out fight if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and he's hitting us with another Voltigar? That's messed up. He's done 2 of those in this round. That is disrespectful. Alright, well, we're definitely going to need to heal for sure. My goodness gracious. Probably aim for a little bit earlier in the turn, I think, because he's going to do more and more damage. Damn, not a single weak point. More importantly, is it just me, or does that thing look a little more active? Is the seal weakening on it or something? Perhaps, but whatever the reason, it appears to be building up for some sort of attack. I wish there was some way we could knock it off balance like we've done with all the other Gigas, but it's just too big. Anything short of the Moonstone Cannon probably won't even make that thing budge. Alright, we have a few opportunities to attack. Obviously we have the Moonstone Cannon, but Enrique got the opportunity to use a C-square. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk today. So I'm going to go ahead and just have him use that Ancient Cannon. We did do quite a bit of damage. I think it was like 10,000 or something like that, which is not bad. Also want to make sure we're healing because he's already taken out half our health and he's supposedly getting stronger as we go and he's prepping for a big move. Of course, they said, or well, they hinted, they didn't really say it, but they hinted that you could use the Moonstone Cannon to knock him off balance, and we did use that, but better safe than sorry, of course. I don't want to get absolutely wrecked. That would be really, really unfortunate here. And of course, before we use the Moonstone Cannon, I definitely want to buff ourselves with the Apoax here. It is a little bit unfortunate that I keep putting my black map on, because if I had my captain's hat, we could do some real damage. I didn't realize that in the ship battles, you can't actually change your accessories, which, like, makes sense, but, like, bummer. Been totally robbed. Really would like that opportunity back. Ooh, and we got the Moonstone Cannon going here, so we'll see how much damage we actually do to Yellogar. I really doubt we're going to take him out with this Moonstone Cannon. That just seems really unlikely to me, honestly. But it would be super cool. Yeah, we did not take him out. Dang, that didn't even take out like half his health. That's insane. Yellowgar is quite tanky. Target lost. Okay, so he lost his target on us and he's not going to hit us because we hit him with the Moonstone Cannon. Very nice. Alright, that did it. It's off balance. Haha, leave it to the Moonstone Cannon. Alright everyone, and now's our chance. Open fire. Alright, so we did get the option to go ahead and use the Moonstone Cannon again. I'm pretty sure this will take him out, but in the chance that it doesn't, we've of course got some attacks lined up with Aika and Enrique. Honestly, at this point in the game, I'm not sure who's doing more physical damage. When it comes to Aika and Fina, I really don't feel like they're really doing anything. Oh, that's a sick animation! Look at that! Oh, we did it! And that wasn't easy. It's amazing that we were able to get it before the Armada. Well, since we got the yellow crystal, we should head back to Crescent Isle. This is the 5th moon crystal that we've collected. And now my quest is finished. Fina. Hey, long time no see. Wow, you've got yourself a nice little base set up here.
Ooh,
Gilder. I heard that you sailed around the world. As always, kid, it sounds like you've been trying to get yourself into more trouble. I came here to hear all about your travels, that and for a good meal. Good old Gilder, pleasure before business. So you went to Yafatoma and then on to the Land of Ice, huh? Just listening to your stories makes my adrenaline flow. And so in the end, you collected the 5 moon crystals. Nice work. Oh, they look so cool together. Yep, we got them all. And since all of them are together, I suppose that means Fina will be taking them with her when she heads home soon. Yes. Oh, she's sad. Actually, there was something that was bothering me from earlier. Fina, where exactly did you come from? I mean, where are you going home to? Fina? The place to which I must return, the place where both Ramirez and I were born and raised, is the Great Silver Shrine. It is in a place high above the sky. The Great Silver Shrine? Long ago, when the rains of destruction fell upon the lands and most of the world's population was killed, all seemed lost. The most powerful Sylvite mages met at the shrine, and they combined all their energy to send it into the sky above the destruction. They escaped the horrible fate that fell upon the rest of the world by rising above the destruction. Ever since then, from above, we have sworn to protect the people of this world from the same fate that our ancestors suffered. That is the primary mission of the remaining Sylvites. The Great Silver Shrine is high above the clouds where no ship can reach it. I plan to take the moon crystals back to the Great Silver Shrine so that no one will ever be able to abuse their power again. But how are you going to get home? If I can get back to the ship that I came in, then I should be able to make it home. But when I was attacked by Balua, my ship sank beneath the clouds. Yes, I remember. You're talking about that ship you were flying when Alfonso attacked you. it appears that we must find another way to get Fina home. But if we find a way to get Fina back home, does that mean we'll have to say goodbye? We'll never get to see her again. Lately, I sometimes find myself thinking, I started thinking if I'm unable to find a way home, that I'll be able to stay here with everyone. I'm sorry, that's so silly of me. My orders were to gather the moon crystals and to return them to the Great Silver Shrine. Oh, we're getting something with Valua too. Okay, cool. Ramirez, what is the status on the construction of Dangrel Island?
Yes, my lord.
The construction of the port is complete, and Doloco's flagship is currently being fitted so that it will be able to submerge into deep sky. I've also received word that the elevator leading to the bottom of the deep sky has been completed as well. Excellent. The time grows near. Soon the foolish Empress and the rest of the people of the world will bow before my might. No, not just the people. The people and even those revered moons. Soon they will all be in my grasp. The people, the lands, and even the moons, and they will belong to me. You shall reign supreme, Lord Galcian. Tomorrow morning I will leave for Dangrel. I wish to oversee the final stages of construction myself. And tell the other admirals to assemble at Dangrel. I wish to know where they stand. Yes, Lord Galcian. I walk the path of death and destruction. I know you are a Sylvite. If you wish to change your mind, now is the time. I chose long ago to walk the path that you walk upon, Lord Galcian. I shall forever be at your side. And I will cut down any of those that block our path. This is my duty. It is my purpose. Alright, before we headed out to Dangrel Island, I did go ahead and check out Ilchemist's upgraded shop. Oh yeah, and we have Fina's face sculpted somewhere. Alright, let's see if we can find it. I'm actually not sure where it carves her face. I would have imagined it was by the fountain, but I suppose not. Maybe it's over here, honestly. Oh, it is over here. Look, there she is. You can see her face. Okay, that's so cute. And you can see the fish in the pond now, too. Love that. That's gorgeous. Alright, we can go ahead and make our way into Ilchemist's shop now. Alright, and you can kind of see he's got a lot more stuff over in his shop now. Definitely a lot more of like a magical chemistry set going on, which I quite like. Oh, hello, Vice. Thanks to you, I have a wonderful lab where I can create medicines for you and your crew. I'm glad you like it. Ilchemist, I've been wanting to ask you, why did you decide to devote your entire life to medicine? Before you joined my crew, you lived on that little island all by yourself, mixing ingredients and making potions. You've been wondering why I decided to become a hermit? Well, I will tell you. Perhaps you will understand why I chose this life. My parents were both nobles from Upper City, so during my childhood, I was well taken care of. Because of my family's wealth, I was able to buy all of the books I wanted. I read all the time, you see. One day on my way to the bookstore, I saw a very sick man from Lower City. He crawled into Upper City on his hands and knees. He was begging for money so he could buy medicine, but no one would help him. I ran to the shop to try and help the man. When I returned, he was already dead. I felt so helpless, and from that day on, I decided that I would devote my life to helping others. I spent days alone in my room, reading about all the different types of medicines and potions. In time, I became one of Valua's best researchers. I wanted to make medicines that the people in Lower City could afford. I wanted to help people, but Valua had other plans for me. They wanted me to make weapons for their military. Shortly after, I fled Valua and found an island where I could continue my studies. Sorry if my story seemed a bit long. I believe in you, Vice. Although you are a warrior, you are fighting for the right cause. And that is why I want to aid you in the fight. I will do everything in my power to assist you and your crew. So definitely an interesting story to go ahead and get from him, but he's actually the one that's going to be selling us items to heal ourselves with. More importantly though, if you upgrade his store, you can go ahead and get a ton of seeds. I'm not going to do this, but you could definitely make yourself into one overpowered monstrous Vice, which is very exciting to a lot of people. I'm already finding this game too easy though, so I'm not going to do that to myself just for like a little bit of entertainment, and I'm not sure if Ryokan will let us upgrade his store yet at this point. And he doesn't want us to upgrade his store yet, which is a little bit unfortunate. That's probably going to be something right after Dangrel Island, because there's not too much left to this game at this point. which is such a sad thing to say. I'm so bummed that we're getting towards the end. Like, the story's really picking up and it's getting so good, but I'm like, don't end. You know what's funny too is people are talking about like a sequel to this game, and I think I'm like strongly opposed to that. Not that I don't think a sequel would be cool, but I just don't feel like the nerds are nerding because corporate people are like too in the way, so they can't tell the stories that they used to tell, where there's just like so much love in it. So I don't think a sequel would be very good. Hey Vice, thanks for the food yesterday. It was delicious. Oh, Gilder, you're leaving already? Yeah, I need to get going, but before I go, I have some news for you. I found out some information on the Armada's latest project. I heard about this the other day. It appears that Valua has begun advancing into the lower altitudes. I heard that north of Pirate Isle, somewhere beneath the clouds, they're building a base on Dangrel Island. It's just a rumor, but I heard that they're building a ship that can go into deep sky. Deep sky? Yes, beneath a thick layer of clouds, immersed in total darkness, there is a bottom of the world. No one has ever seen what's below the clouds. Some people say it's completely dead. What could they be looking for down there? I don't know, but Fina's ship sank beneath the clouds, right? You're right. That must be what they're after. Thanks, Gilder. We'll go check it out. You don't need to thank me. Good luck, Vice. Alrighty, and with that, I think we have found a good place to go ahead and stop our video today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one.